What an awkward pause. Welcome back to the movie club here for February, and it's the Oscar movie edition. The next film here in part 3 that we'll be talking about is Mad Max.
Woo!
It's an Australian. Wow, it's an action film that's freaking crazy. With a franchise created by George Miller and Byron Kennedy, it began in 1979 with the original Mad Max and was followed by 3 films: Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior in 1981, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome 1985, and Mad Max Fury Road, which is this one, 2015. Mel Gibson starred in the first 3 films, and with Tom Hardy took over the lead role in the 4th film. The series follows the adventures of Max, a police officer of the Main Force Patrol in a future Australia whose civilization is rapidly collapsing due to war and critical resource shortages. The film has been nominated to receive Academy Award recognition, receiving 10 nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director. Caroline, what were your initial thoughts on Mad Max Fury Road?
Mad Max was awesome. As soon as I left the theater, I watched it with my cousin. We were like ready to come home, burn our bras, and start revolution. I loved that movie. It was so good. And I know that it's kind of a weird movie because some people apparently hated it and thought that it didn't have enough dialogue and the girls were dumb in it and all that stuff. But I liked it. I thought it got me pumped. I liked it.
You scare me sometimes. Tony, what were your initial thoughts on Mad Max Fury Road?
I had no interest in the Mad Max series beforehand. And when this movie came out, I was like, this looks like it's just pure style over substance. And then it starts getting all this attention and it starts getting these like awards recognition. And I'm like, no, come on. Then it gets nominated for Best Picture. And I'm like, what the fuck am I missing here? So watching this, I'm surprised. I liked it quite a bit.
Yay!
Overall, I thought it was a good movie. One of the, I would say, second best on this list of 4, even though I'm the host and shouldn't be really getting into it. The casting, of course, Tom Hardy was Max Rockatansky.
Rockatansky?
Wazowski.
Max
Charlize Theron as the Imperator. Oh my god. Furiosa. She was the bitch.
It was awesome.
Nicholas Hoult as Nux. Hugh Keays-Byrne as these words I don't use. Immortan Joe.
Immortan Joe.
Josh Hellman as Slit. I use that word. Nathan Jones, former WWE superstar, as Rictus Erectus. Great name. Zoe Kravitz as Toast the Knowing. Rosie Huntington-Whitely as the Splendid Angharad. Riley.
It's okay.
Yeah, we'll call her Ange. Riley Coe as Capable. Okay. Abby Lee as the Dag. Courtney Eaton as Cheeto the Fragile. John Howard as the People Eater. Richard Carter as the Bullet Farmer. I just like saying these names. That's why I'm listening to these podcasts. That's not a name. This is his real name. IOTA as the,
Iota?
It's a lowercase I, capital OTA. As the Doof Warrior, or Doof Warrior. I'm gonna go with Doof.
Doof
Warrior. Angus Sampson as the Organic Mechanic. Rhymes. Jennifer Hagen as Miss Giddy. Megan Gale as the Valkyrie. Melissa Jaffer as Keeper of the Seeds. Militia Jurisic, Gillian Jones, Joyce Smothers, Anita Kellerman, Christina Koch as the Vulvani, Joan Isles as the Ace, and Quentin Kinahan as Corpus Colossus.
Corpus Colossus, I think?
Yeah, Corpus Colossus.
A midget.
What did you think of the casting, Tony?
Holy shit. I don't know what to think about this. The characters themselves were like... I mean, Corpus Colossus right there. You got this midget in a wheelchair kind of thing. And then...
It's disgusting.
The Doof Warrior is just like... whatever the fuck the dude's riding on a fucking... whatever the hell he's riding on. And he's got an electric guitar that shoots flames.
Oh, that's that guy?
Isn't that like so cool though. Like, don't you want to be him a little bit?
Not at all.
I do.
I don't want to be a part of this world in the
Practical
slightest
resource
bit.
of war.
It was crazy though. I mean, like, some of the people obviously are just kind of like friends of the director and whatever. The guy who plays Immortan Joe, apparently he was in one of the old Mad Max movies. He was like one of the villains, and he just brought him back as a different character because it's kind of like, hey, I like this guy.
That's awesome.
Tom Hardy, he's cool. He does a good job playing that same type of character from what I had seen in the Mad Max movies before. I think I saw Beyond Thunderdome. Kind of remember that a little bit. But the standout of the whole thing is Charlize Theron. She just kills it as Furiosa. And I can understand why there's such a big focus on her in the movie because, you know, the feminism movement and stuff like that. But actually, you know what? Another person who stands out to me quite a bit, Nicholas Hoult.
Yes, please. He was
Yes, please.
so hot in that movie. Oh my god. Like, he's just,
The paint
so
huffer?
pale and creepy and like sniffing that thing, whatever that was. That
What was
spray.
up with that? The spraying the sulfur in their mouth?
Yeah. Oh, so
I just kept thinking of Charlie from It's Always Sunny.
hot.
There's a lot of stuff in this movie I just didn't get.
I had a lot of what the fuck moments.
Like, why are they calling gasoline guzzling?
They felt nomadic with the way they talked and the way they presented themselves.
Yeah. And, like, well, the characters are like, well, this is the Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to, like, Sarah?
It really felt like if a bunch of third graders got to name characters and stuff, and they got to run a society. Like, oh, I'm the beast.
And
You
I'm
know, but
not-
like at least with the female characters, it makes a lot of sense because they weren't seen as human beings really. They were just breeding machines. So I totally get why they were almost like named as pets.
What was Zoe Kravitz's name in the movie?
Toast the Knowing.
Toast?
I would
Yeah.
love to call a girl Toast.
Really? They took the black one and they named her Toast?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Calling Caroline Toast for the rest of the.
You're gonna call me Toast now?
Yes.
I'm not.
Toast,
is
what were
pretty
your
awesome,
thoughts on
though.
cast?
I'm kind of like a latte.
I'll call you Latte for the rest of the show. Latte,
Okay.
what were your thoughts on the cast?
I liked it. I mean, part of me is kind of mad that the girls were so pretty.
Not the old
They
woman.
were no. I mean, I get it, but no, I liked it. I'm not gonna shit on it. I liked it. I think
Good.
that it's a good movie. Like, I don't think. I mean, they were all models, but their acting didn't bother me as some of other movies that have models in it have in the past. Yeah. And Tom Hardy's awesome, and Nicholas Hoult was so sexy. I'm gonna keep talking about him. We're gonna stop now. Oh.
To give you some facts about this movie, it was written by George Miller, Brendan McCarthy, and Nico Lathouris. God, get real names, people. Music by Junkie XL. It's phenomenal. They should have got best score. I hope they win best score.
He's the one that does Batman's theme in Batman v Superman.
Does he?
Yeah, so, I mean, I like the music in this. I thought it was cool. Actually,
Yeah.
probably the best music out of all four of these movies.
Agreed.
So that's kind of helping me think that Batman v Superman's not going to be as bad off.
What kind of name's Junkie XL, though?
His real name's probably terrible. It's probably like
Tom
Gunther something.
Hulkenborg. Real name's Tom Hulkenborg. Yeah, you keep Junkie XL. The cinematography was done by John Seal, edited by Margaret Sixel, and production company Kennedy Miller Mitchell, Rat Pack Dune Entertainment, Village Roadshow Pictures, and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. The release date was the 7th of May, 2017 at the Chinese Theater. Happy birthday to my brother. The 14th of May, it was released in Australia and the United Kingdom, and then the 15th, it was released nationwide here in the States. Runtime's 120 minutes. Country is Australia and United States. The language is English. The budget was $150 million, and the box office was $376.7 million. The critical
Wow.
response was 97 approval rating and rating average score of 8.6 out of 10 based on 335 reviews from Rotten Tomatoes, with the site consensus reads, quote, with exhilarating action and a surprising amount of narrative heft, Mad Max Fury Road brings George Miller's post-apocalyptic franchise roaring vigorously back to life. As we do with all our films here on the Movie Club, Latte, we're going to start with you. High point, low point, and rating 1 to 10.
The highest point in this movie for me was the world that they created. The costume design was so badass. Makeup was amazing as well. So the whole world, the whole feeling of the world to me was like my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, that was my favorite part. Low point, not enough Nicholas Hoult. That was it.
Rating 1 to 10?
Oh, I'll give it an 8.
There you go. That's Latte's opinion. Over to you, Tony. What were your high points, low points, and rating 1 to 10?
Kind of agree that the world building was really cool. I usually don't like that, and I actually don't like this kind of stuff pretty much at all. Like, if you were to show me some kind of thing that's got a whole bunch of spikes around it or whatever, I wouldn't think that it was badass. Or, well, we've got a whole bunch of people that are calling themselves Imperator this and Immortan Joe, and I don't know. I don't like Lord of the Rings. I don't like... My least favorite part of the Star Wars movies is the idea that they're, like, you're supposed to care about the fact that they're aliens. So a character like, what was the name of it? Unkar Plot, the dude from the newest Force Awakens. Like, the design of that character meant nothing to me. It was just weird. I like the Jedi shit. And in something like Star Trek, I like the space stuff. I don't like the aliens. And Lord of the Rings, I liked the fighting and stuff. I didn't like the idea of the wizards and whatever. So I thought I would do the same when it comes to Mad Max. And it was still kind of cool to watch them introduce different elements, like the idea of Max being a universal blood donor, and that he could be used to give blood to these people that have some kind of radiation sickness, and that could help, like, prolong their life a little bit. They're all inbred. Yeah, I don't know. They're all fucked up to half-lives.
Yeah, it's like Alabama. Sorry.
They're all messed up for so many different ways. But it was cool to see something like the idea that they were these kamikaze psychopaths that were all just like, witness me, I'm gonna fucking kill everybody and myself. And so I guess that's my favorite part about it, just seeing that. Side note about it, though, a lot of people, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, about people are both praising and criticizing the movie for this idea that it was like this big feminist movement. I don't see why the anti-feminist people are bitching, because there were 2 good guys in the main cast.
Mm-hmm.
And the one of them was, like, the protagonist. But then on the other side of the things, the people that are saying this really does show a good side for women, that's true, because Furiosa was a badass. And
she was, yeah.
To balance it out, some of the other women completely weren't. So it's like a 50-50 split. I don't know why everybody's making a big fuss over it.
People make a big fuss over stuff just because. That's
true. My least favorite part of the whole thing, Corpus Colossus. That just made me uncomfortable. I don't want to ever see that again. And that's a character that doesn't die.
What part of it made you really uncomfortable? I'm curious.
Probably the breathing tube. More than anything. Like, because, I don't know everything about it. But we're also talking about a movie where some dude just had, out of all the parts for him to not be wearing, it was his nipples were open.
Yes.
With the chains between them. That, yeah, I don't like that stuff. Oddly enough, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Well, there you have it. Mad Max Fury Road is done, edited, and out for debate. We're moving on to the next film here on on the Movie Club. The next film being The Martian, which will wrap up our February edition of Oscar films. So if you're listening live, hold tight for an awkward pause. If you're listening on YouTube, click the next video, and we'll be right back with The Martian.